All right, rock addicts, this is DJ REM, and I have the band Saint of Disgrace on the line. How you doing?
We're doing fine, thanks.
Excellent,
I'm
excellent,
I'm doing fine.
very cool. First thing I want to mention is that you guys think you guys totally rock, totally shred, actually,
Thanks.
and the station has recently went to a 24/7 streaming, and I have you guys in the daily rotation, so you're getting played every day at Rock Addict Radio, just so you know.
Wow, thanks.
So, and feedback from the listeners and the fans, the people in the chat have been, everybody is like, who is this band? I want to know more about them because I really dig them. So, you are, my listeners over here in America are digging you a lot. So, just want to give you that feedback.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
So, why don't you go ahead and start with mentioning yourself and the other members of the band and what each member's spots are, please?
Okay. There's me, Simo, the lead guitar player. The other guitar player, Tatu, plays rhythm guitar. Uh, then there's our bass player, Jonne, our keyboard and clean female vocals, Vilja, and our drummer, Miika Kavonius, and our death metal growl vocalist, Kaius.
Very cool. And how long have you guys all been together as a band now?
Uh, the band got started around 2009, I guess. I didn't join the band at first. The original members were Kaius, our current vocalist, Miik, our current drummer, Jonne, our current bassist, and Tatu, our rhythm guitar player. And they played, or the band started at 2009, and I joined the band at around 2010. And our keyboard player Vilja joined the band at around 2011, I guess.
Okay. And do you know how they came up with the name Saint of Disgrace for the?
I I have no idea.
Okay.
I think it just sounded cool, like to them.
Well, it definitely sounds cool. It definitely
Yeah,
it fits a metal band, so I like it.
yeah,
Very good.
yeah. Thanks.
So, how often do you guys get together on a weekly basis and practice?
Once a week, like we try to get 2 or 3 times a week to practice together, but we all have work and some of us still have school, so we try to get it as much together as much as we can, but mostly it just goes like one time during the weekend.
Okay. Yeah, work, school, all that
Yeah,
crap that gets in the way of life.
yeah, yeah. I guess.
So, what do you guys have lined up? Are you guys doing any live shows right now?
Yes, we are doing as much as we can. We just had a gig in Helsinki last week, and we're trying to like play shows as much as we can. But uh, well, it's kind of hard to for a small band like us to get gigs like as a lot of gigs at this point. There's a lot of like small bands in Finland and a very small audience for them. So it's kind of hard to get like good gigs, but we try as hard as we can, and we've got like 2 or 3 booked this year, and then we have a lot of new gigs like next year coming, and we always try to get more.
Okay, very good. And I wish you best of luck in keeping
Thanks.
that going forward because I know it's not easy for bands these days to do that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. So let's talk about this current album. Where did you guys record that at?
Our current single "For My Pain," if that's what you're talking about,
Uh-huh.
we recorded it in a place called D Studios. It's in Klaukala, 30-minute drive from where we all live, and we've recorded all of our demos and singles and everything we've ever recorded there because we know that guy who runs it pretty well, and it's like really cheap, but we get very very good results. You can hear from our music.
Okay. And then I guess this is kind of a question more directed just to you. What kind of influences have you had? Did you have growing up? What were your influences that made you want to do something like this?
Um, I guess like there have been a lot of guitar players that have influenced me over the years, but when I first started listening to metal, I guess it really began from Metallica and Megadeth and like really fast thrash metal. But later over the years, I got like my friends introduced me to bands like uh, Trivium and Pantera and all that kind of stuff. Like my influences have been just growing like all over the place as I get older. And a couple of years back, I really like started to get into like really talented solo artists like Paul Gilbert and all those shredding gods you see
Uh-huh.
everywhere.
Very good. And can you remember like the very first metal band you ever listened to?
The very first, do you mean like I saw live or listen to
Yeah.
anywhere?
Yeah, just that you listened anywhere that, you heard that first song from that band and you were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing."
Wow. Wait. I guess it was my friend sent me the he sent me Master of Puppets, but it wasn't the original song like from the Master of Puppets album, but it was the Symphony and Metallica concert, and he played that to me, and I was completely like mesmerized and like, this is so cool.
Yep, that's very cool. I totally get that. The
Yeah,
reason I asked is because my very first was some Megadeth, and that was like what I was like, "Oh my God, metal rocks."
yeah. What song did you hear first? Like, what was it?
Oh man, I want to say it was probably P Cells.
Oh yeah, that's a great
And
song.
and that's not even really a hard metal song, but
Yeah,
just that right there was like total love at first listen.
yeah, yeah.
So, was there anybody, for you growing up, was there anybody in your family that kind of had a musical influence on you?
My family, I guess not. Like my brother, we're all pretty musical in my family. My brother plays the piano. He's super good. He has perfect pitch, and he's like a well, you could say he's a musical genius of a sort. But he plays like classical and all kind of that kind of stuff. And I guess that influenced me a little bit. Like I like to try play like classical tunes, but really shreddy and Yngwie Malmsteen style. But I'm not Yngwie, so I can do it pretty well. But not that big of an influence, I guess. My other brother plays guitar, but he's not like that into heavy metal. So I guess a little bit of influence from there, but not really that much.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So, have you had to be in the band and to keep, your musical dreams alive? Have you had to make a lot of sacrifices in your life to keep doing this?
A lot of sacrifices. I don't know. I guess I lose. Well, not that much. I enjoy playing like with a band and going to shows and playing gigs. I really enjoy it, and since I have pretty much free time when I'm not at work, so I don't mind using that time to uh, making my musical dream come true. So I guess no, not really.
And that's cool. I get such a wide range of answers to that question. Some people, they've really some of the stories people tell me is like, "Oh my God, you keep doing it after all that,"
No,
and then other people are like, "I don't make sacrifices. This is what I love to do." So yeah, I
yeah,
totally get it. Thank you.
yeah, no problem.
Okay, where's a good place for people to go to find out more about Saint of Disgrace? What social networking sites and such do you guys use to help spread the word?
I guess the main one would be Facebook. We have a group there for saying Disgrace. All of there who are listening to this, join it. No pressure, but the Facebook, and we have a MySpace account. Like most of our songs are there if you want to just go listen to them. But all of the info, like show info, and well, I guess everything connecting to the fans comes out of Facebook. Well, I
Okay,
think I have to say.
very good. And where can people purchase songs? And on that same note, do you guys have any merchandise for sale?
Uh, we you can buy our songs on Amazon, iTunes, or Spotify. I'm not sure all the other places. I'm sure you can just Google it and find our songs for sale. We're don't for now we don't have any merchandise, but we're actually working with a cousin of mine. He makes T-shirts, and those will be available hopefully very soon.
Okay, very good, very good. I'll keep an eye out for that, and when I
Yeah,
see that stuff available, I'll make sure people know if they're interested.
cool.
So if I grabbed your iPod or your MP3 player or however you like to listen to music from you, what kind of bands would I find you listening to right now?
Uh, right now, yeah, that's a good question. Right now, I listen to very different music at times. Like someday you just you don't want to listen to this kind of music, but this kind of music. But if you search through my phone right now, uh, I guess you'd find some Machine Head, some Down, Superjoint Ritual, uh, Bloodstained Child, our own music, Dream Theater, and I guess that's about it. I don't have a lot of music on my phone because it doesn't have a lot of well,
All right,
room.
that's cool.
Music.
That gives a
Those are
good
the bands
idea.
top of my head. But I try to listen to whatever I can get my hands on. I have a couple of CDs like Megadeth and Black Label Society at home and all kinds of other stuff.
I love the fact that you just mentioned Black Label Society. Actually, right sitting next to me, I have Order of the Black on vinyl. It is so amazing, that album.
It's cool. I don't know. Yeah.
So, what's that?
No, no, nothing. Never mind.
Oh, okay. So, where do you guys hope to be in a couple years? What are your goals for this band?
Well, goal is to take over the world, I guess. To be simple now. We have a lot of plans. We're planning on recording our first full-length album next year and to get it out like during summer or somewhere around there. And we just want to like get the music out and hope that people enjoy it, like it, love it, and then we can go tour anywhere else but Finland, I guess. Like we'd really want to like go abroad with this. I guess that's what I want. I don't know about the other people of that, but I doubt they'll disagree with me.
Yeah, you should come to the United States. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would. We were just talking about that when the drummer this morning, like he was saying that we really need to go to the United States. That's where the real real magic happens.
Yeah, I think, and I also think your sound. I think if you guys went to like Brazil, somewhere in South America, I think you guys would do really good down there too with your sound.
Yeah,
That's
South
just
America is the other one we were thinking about. Like we have to go there. We absolutely have to be there some like around some time.
yeah. I don't know what it is about Brazil, like Brazil, for example, but people in Brazil love metal. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So, so who would be your dream band to play with? Who would you just love to share the stage or open up for?
There are so many bands. For me, like I don't know the other people, like the other band members who they want to be with, because we all have very different musical backgrounds or influence on what we like to listen to. But if you had to say, I would like to share a stage with Trivium. That would be really, really, really awesome.
That would be cool. They are definitely a killer band.
Yeah, and also I think Trivium and uh, well, there are a lot of them, but if I have to say another one, I guess I want to do Slipknot.
Yeah,
Just like be there. Like their stage presence is like it's completely insane. Like I would want to like be there on the stage with them. That would be really awesome.
yeah. You should if you like Slipknot, you should check out a band called Blue Felix. They're produced by Sid Wilson from
Really?
Slipknot. So and they're I don't, as far as I know, I don't think they're on a label or anything yet. I don't know. You might be able to hook up and do a show.
What was that like? What Blue Felix?
Blue Felix. Yep.
Okay, I have to check that out.
I'll uh I'll type it in the chat here too for you.
Yeah, thanks.
I interviewed them about a year ago, and they're pretty cool.
Oh,
And they're pretty over the top as far as they do a lot of makeup and a lot of they're very theatrical with
yeah,
their outfits.
I've seen bands like that.
So okay, so what's the craziest thing that's ever happened when you've done a show?
Craziest thing that's ever happened. Well, thankfully, not like really crazy things that happened during. You mean during shows or like at the shows themselves?
Well, just yeah, during a show that you've actually played at.
Um, really crazy things. I don't know. I broke a string during a solo. I think that's pretty heartbreaking
Yeah,
for me.
pretty much.
Yeah. Uh, I don't think there's been anything else that much. Our singer Kaius almost got in a fight in the middle of the show. The crowd was a little too rowdy, uh, and I don't know. The bass cabinet fell over at one show when our bassist got really wild on stage. But nothing like really crazy. Thanks for that.
Okay, very good. So, okay, this next question is the most important question I'm going to ask you of the interview. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Who in the band spends the most time in front of a mirror getting ready for a show?
In front of the mirror. Uh, that's kind of bad. Uh, I'd have to say our keyboard player because she's the only girl in the band, so I guess she's only nervous about how she looks. Like she's nervous of how she looks. Well, of course, she tries to look pretty and all of that stuff. But all of us were like the other five people in the band were like really ugly metal people, so we don't care pretty much.
Oh
We
man,
go out, we go out there and we do our thing, and hopefully they like it.
right, right. I wonder when she hears the interview what she's going to think about you automatically going to the woman in the band.
She's gonna hit me, I'm sure. I'm gonna regret this tomorrow. Well, never mind. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, none of us really spent any time on like in front of the mirror before a show.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
remember, I remember Cliff Burton saying somewhere, sometime in some interview, he said that why should we change while on stage? We just go out there and do our thing, and that's what I think also.
Yeah. Hell yeah, just go out there and be yourself. I mean, that's what the fans
Yeah,
want, you know?
yeah.
Definitely. So, okay, anything else you would like to tell the world about Saint of Disgrace? Anything that I have not asked that you want to make sure people know?
Um, to the people, well, join the Saint of Disgrace family. Facebook, MySpace, go buy our single if you want to. No one's making it, but we sure appreciate it. But share the word and share the music. If you like it, then let's do it.
Okay, very cool. I definitely agree with that. If you listen to these guys and you like them, go buy their single, help support the band because the work they do is not free and costs them a lot of money to do it. So
Exactly.
help them out.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one last thing to ask before I let you go eat your food.
Thank you.
I would love a couple of radio tags if you don't mind.
Radio time?
Right. So the first one, what you'll do is you'll say your name and say you're listening to rockaddictradio.com.
Okay, so do I just go ahead and say,
Yep.
hi, this is Simo Hakkun. I'm from Saint of Disgrace, and you're listening to Rock Addict Radio.
Perfect. And then the second one, the exact same thing, but throw in there that you're listening to DJ REM at Rock Addict Radio.
Okay, I'll try. Hey everyone, this is Simo from Saint of Disgrace, and you're listening to DJ Rem on Rock Addict Radio.
Perfect, dude. totally appreciate it.
Thanks.
Appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and I will continue to spin your tunes on my show. And like I said, you guys are in the 24/7 stream, so every day people will be able to get a taste of Saint of Disgrace. So
That's really cool. Just out of curiosity, are you playing on what tunes are you playing from us?
hold on here, I'll tell you. They just played. I think I just had them in the. Hold on, let me just hold on. I have Blood of a Saint and
Uh-huh.
For My Pain.
Okay, that's cool. Why did you leave out Epica? It's so epic.
What's that?
Uh, why aren't you playing the song Epica?
No particular reason. Those just were the two songs that I really
Yeah.
enjoyed when I listened to everything. So those are the
No,
my
well, yeah, actually, I guess they're more like radio friendly, I guess too, and they're pretty. Yeah, well, I don't argue with them. They're both really great songs.
well, I tell you what, if I listen to all the songs, Blood of a Saint is my favorite.
Really
I totally dig that song. It's amazing.
cool.
And the title of the song is pretty metal, so I dig it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So, okay, man. Well, you have a great evening because it's evening over there for you now.
Yeah,
And thanks again for taking the time to talk to me.
no
And
problem.
please tell everybody in the band I said hello. And
Okay,
yeah,
no
keep in touch.